5 tips I've learned from starting my young 3D print farm. Let's get into it. Number 1, upgrade to hardened steel nozzles. This was a hard lesson to learn. We started with the P1S and the A1 from Bamboo Labs, and neither of those come with hardened steel nozzles out of the gate. The X1C does, so if you're buying those, that is definitely an upgrade you don't have to worry about. But we started printing glitter and sparkle and filaments, and we started having problems left and right, and I couldn't figure out what it was at first, and then I realized, like, oh, we're printing all this glitter stuff, and that seems to be causing nozzle clogs, problems with the extruders, and like we couldn't figure it out. And sure enough, I ordered some hardened steel nozzles, put those in. We had to clean out some of the extruders, but as soon as we did, like, everything's been running smoothly again. So number 1 out of the box upgrade I would do is upgrade those nozzles right away. Number 2, switch to a cold plate of some kind. So there's a couple advantages to the cold plate. This is the cold plate from SliceWorks that we're using right here on this particular printer, the A1 Mini. And Wendy read up and found out that everyone was recommending SliceWorks in one of the Facebook groups that she joined. And so we thought we'd give it a try, and we were having adhesion problems. Like, we were washing the plates. We've never used glue, and we were upping the temperatures a lot on the heat beds, and we were still having random adhesion failure problems. And certain filaments are more tricky than others and cause the problem more. But at the end of the day, we switched to these super tack style plates, and it's been amazing. Like, we will sometimes get one failure a week, maybe, whereas we were getting a couple times a week. Some of the spaghetti messes we've seen, it's been rough, but since we upgraded, no brainer, like, no problems. All right, number 3, you need to keep spare parts on hand. You need to keep them on hand. Like, there is no way around it. When something goes wrong, some things like the hardened steel nozzle you can get off of Amazon, but at the end of the day, like, if the filament hub is bad or the sensor base is bad on the A1, like, you're down until you can order that part and get it in. And a lot of times, like, with me working full time and then me running the TikTok shop and doing lives, it's a lot, and like, I just forget. And so if I forget for 3 or 4 days and then order it, the machine's down for like a week. So it's better to keep parts on hand. So anytime I'm ordering one, I'm ordering at least 2 or 3 to make sure that I have some extra around. Seems like a no-brainer, but like, I didn't think about it at first. And that brings me to the next one, which is filament stock. 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So the problem here is when we have 16 printers, if you have 1 roll of filament and you get an order and you need to print 2 things out on 2 different printers with that same color, you're kind of screwed. And TikTok Shop prioritizes shipping, I think within 72 hours of receiving the order. You know, we gotta be quick. We have a quick turnaround here. So anything that's ordered on a nighttime live, I'm usually queuing up before bed, because some things we print to stock, like you can see the stock bin over there. We have 2 of those, and then we have a couple bookcases full of stuff. But some of it's print on demand. So if we get an order in, you know, we'll inflate our stock on TikTok Shop, and then we'll get an order in, and we just have to figure out, like, oh, we don't have that, we need to print it. So anytime we're ordering filament at this point, like I told Wendy, order at least 2 if you're placing the order. And that's been a game changer for us. So if I prototype something and it becomes popular and I only have 1 in stock, like, that's gonna be a problem because we have to wait a couple days for delivery. And sometimes that's time we don't have. We try to keep up on the filament stock a lot more now. Number 5, listen to your customers. I think this is where TikTok Shop actually shines for us, in particular, like the live aspect of it. This is the live set I'm sitting on. When we're going live and we're talking to people and they're asking us, like, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? And so one of our most popular products is this bookcase here. someone just came along and they're like, hey, can you make a mini bookcase? Didn't even give me measurements. So I went on and looked and found some book models on Maker World and printed those out, and then made that and tried to get it to fit as large as I could on the plate. I used Tinkercad, printed it out, and it was a hit instantly. Like, the customer ordered it and we had a couple more orders, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. I didn't think this thing would sell. And then we had a happy accident where I realized, like, I had changed, I was printing out in one wood color, ran out of it, keep your filament stock, right? And had to switch to another wood tone. It didn't match, but when I printed it, people were like, oh, I kind of like that. Can I order that just with different colors? And sure enough, I was like, yeah, let me be a little more intentional. That one had it had switched closer to a little past halfway. And I was like, why don't we be more intentional and make it look like trim? So we started doing two-tone. And, you know, again, same person that wanted the bookcase originally was like, hey, can you do that in purple and lavender? Purple sparkle and lavender. And I was like, let's try it. Sure enough, top selling colorway. So you never know what's gonna happen. Same thing here. We were doing book boxes. We printed them out in one color and someone's like, hey, can you do purple sparkle and lavender? Same person. And again, it's been one of our top sellers. Now, I made one and we sold like 2 or 3 of this colorway, but it's just, I mean, it's still early, but it's just not been as popular. I think I know how to make it more popular, but that's something we'll work on. Anyway, thank you for watching to the end of this video. I will probably be putting out another video soon about like the update on our business and how we grew in January. And then honestly, at this point, it's March 1st, so we might have the March numbers soon too. So it might be back-to-back update videos on how the business is doing. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.